The tornado started just on the west side of town, and it went all the way to the east side of town and just took out it's about a mile wide and 6 miles long. The Salvation Army started right away. In the response stage, they set up an area out by Holiday Inn, and people were coming in just by the droves, just needing help. I mean, they needed clothes, they needed money to buy clothes, they needed gas for their cars. I mean, when you've lost your whole home and your cars, you can imagine how devastated some of these people are. And there's so many stories, and that's the thing. When people come through these doors, everybody has a different story, and it's all real.
Dad had just gotten home from running some errands, and he went to the corner and looked west, and I was standing on the front porch. I just remember him turning and looking at me, and just the look on his face said something's wrong, something very serious is happening. Of course, I didn't see what he saw, which was the tornado hitting St. John's. And he kept hollering for me to get down, and he grabbed my arm and he just jerked me to the floor, and he threw his hands over my eyes. And I remember seeing out of the corner of my eye, the light, it flashed like it was surging, and then it just blew. And then I remember being sucked across the basement floor. It was hitting the house at that time, and I couldn't feel his hands no more. I could hear screams, but I couldn't see anything. It sounded like a jet engine was just right on top of us. The next thing I remember is once it finally passed, I heard my mom start screaming that I was dead, and that's when I started screaming, "No, I'm not dead, I need help." I didn't know where I was at, what was on top of me. And next thing I feel things on top of me start shifting, and I see my dad's feet. After he stood me up, that was the first point where I had gotten a chance to even look around. I was really confused about what had just happened. It was almost as if a bomb had went off. There was just people everywhere that were screaming, but you couldn't see them. You could hear them. And it started hailing again. And Mom was standing there, and she goes, "Shanny, call 911. Shanny, get us help." And so I dialed 911, and I pushed the talk button. I told her, I said, "Mom, I'm pretty sure they know that there's an emergency. I mean, look around. There's nothing here."
Well, one day, a lady came in, and she was crying and saying she was desperate for some gas money. Her husband had been injured in the tornado. He had been having to have some amputations on his feet from infection that set up after walking all through the tornado, all of this stuff. And so I was like, "Of course, I'll help you."
They were helping me with gas money for Delbert to get him back and forth because he was on infusions after that. He had to be at the hospital 3 times a day. Mm-hmm. He had a PICC line put in, and he had to take intravenous antibiotics through it. They've helped me with food, they've helped me with clothing, toys for the girls for Christmas. Just about any need I need. All I have to do is tell Dana, and she finds it, or if they have it, or she locates it. So I don't have to try to figure out how to do it myself. We're very limited, and yes, it helps immensely. It helped us immensely and still does.
We had a free grocery store set up here, and the people, they could go in there and shop, get what they needed. All this food was donated, and it was very good food. We had a toiletry area. It was like a mini Walmart. They could get all paper goods, shampoo, all those types of things. And then our back, we have clothes, furniture, just about anything you need for your house. They don't know about all the resources that can help them, but we have meetings we go to, we work with so many different organizations, and just the normal person, all these aren't published in the newspaper or on the news, and we can do a lot here, but we have lots of other organizations that work with us, and so I think the main goal is to help as many people as possible in the best way possible to get them back on their feet. We don't know how long it's going to be till we can get these people back to where they need to be. Whether it's getting them a home built, whether it's getting them in an apartment, whatever it takes. We all work together because this is a big deal. This is people's lives, and we're trying to help them rebuild it. And so, yes, it may be a couple of years. We don't know. We don't know. We'll be here till our cases are closed, and whatever it takes, we will do that.
Our house will be here May the 1st. Evan Moore is from Streator, Illinois, and his angels are going to come and build us a home. And my husband's going Thursday to secure the lot for it, and it'll be a block away from where we used to live. It's going to fit our family. Out of all this time, that's all I've ever prayed for, is for us to be back in Joplin and in a home that I'd feel safe in.